Yo, what's going on guys? Got another guide and today I'm going to be giving you a guide on how to beat the new Kamish game mode, which is where you get the new Kamish unit and the Kamish mount, and also some artifacts and some other things. The team we're going to be using is mainly Gilgamesh and Blast. These other units are optional. They'll make your run faster, but if you don't have them, you really do not need them, and I probably wouldn't recommend going for them. It's going to be a waste of time because Gilgamesh can solo it with Blast. And then obviously you've got Waguri as just a cheap unit you can place down to get some money at the start, and then obviously Subaru Lust. In terms of artifacts, Gilgamesh is going to be running Curse Book. Waguri is going to have the Plague Bloom Scepter, so you can get money when you place it down at the start because she only costs 800. Subaru Lust is going to have the Abyssal Frost Aegis, and Blast is going to have the Arcanum Sage Wand. This just lets them attack multiple times. This artifact is going to be pretty important for this update because every single game mode is hit count HP, so the enemies don't have HP, you have to hit them a certain amount of times before they die, and Arcanum Sage Wand doubles the amount of hits that you do every attack. So I would definitely recommend getting this. If you don't know how to get it, it's just screen the event shop. You're going to have the crafting items for it in here, and these coins you get from World Lines, which is over there, and then you just play this game mode and you get these coins. It doesn't cost too much, so you don't need to do too many runs. Probably wouldn't even need to macro it, like you can finish in like 15 minutes, but definitely do that because this artifact's pretty important. And then if you are going to run Sukuna, you should run him with Infernal Spine Blade. This just gives him burn on top of his bleed and his high hit count. On Jinmori, you can just run anything that has Ancient, just so that you have more placements of him. Before we start, I also want to quickly say that all these items in here, apart from these heavenly rarity ones, these are for evolving Chain and Antares, and these are for crafting Hu Tao, who's now craftable because she got buffed. So now let's go. Once you're in, you can click super fast waves and then just head to the start of the map. Once you're here, you can start the game and set up your camera in a spot that'll work for you, and you will get these cards every couple of waves, and it's random which cards you get and where it puts them in these three options. So if you're macroing this, it's going to be like 100% random. You can't predict, you know, how it's going to work or anything. So for this run that I'm going to show you, I'm just going to pick the worst cards every time, just to show that even if your macro somehow randomly every single time the cards pop up, it picks the worst cards, you'll still beat the stage. So I'm going to show it like that. Obviously, if you're macroing it, you'll just click whatever card, it literally doesn't matter because it's random. So you're going to place your farms, place your blasts. Got 2 blasts, and then place your Gilgamesh. Once you place your Gilgamesh, set his nuke to auto. You don't need to set up either of these because all they do is buff his damage and the enemies are hit count, so buffing his actual damage doesn't do anything. The nuke has multi-hit, so that's why we want to use that. After you've done that, you can just wait and make sure that you're clicking the cards every single time they pop up. I'm going to continue picking the nerfing ones every single time, and if there's not an option for a card that nerfs me, I'm just going to pick one that doesn't buff me at all, so that I have the hardest possible run. But you'll see that mostly Gilgamesh can just solo this, and you've got Blast just for pushing enemies back, and you should also set Blast's ability to auto just so that you can save some time in your run, because obviously skipping 5 waves is faster than not skipping 5 waves. Now you're just going to want to focus clicking the cards every single time they pop up, and it's just about that simple. And there you go, we've beat the stage. Alright, for the manual strat, the main difference is going to be how we play the game mode, not exactly the team. The team, although, will have a change, and that will be Blast. The Arcanum Sage Wand that was on Blast will be going Jinmori now. Because if you don't know, Jinmori, when his meter is filled, which Subaru does, he will place 3 clones of himself next to him. So technically, he will just be 4 units in one. Unfortunately, his multi-hit is still only 1 per clone, but because there's 4 of him, his multi-hit is technically 4. And then if you double all of those, obviously, then you have multi-hit of 8. And then if you have Ancient, then you have 2 Jinmoris, and they both have 3 clones each, so you just have 8 Jinmoris. And then all of them are doing 2 multi-hit per attack. Technically, you have a 16 multi-hit. I will go into the stage and then show you the different way of playing the stage from the macro strategy. Let's go. Once you're in, click super fast waves, run up to the front of the map, and then when you start it, you're looking for, it's almost this one, the one that says plus 10 multi-hit, but plus 100% SPA. And basically, we're just going to spam restart. It doesn't take too long to restart and get to see the cards again, so it's not too bad, but almost got it again. We're just going to keep going until we actually get the plus 10 multi-hit as the starter card, and I'll speed up until we actually get it. As you can see, we got it. It only took about 4 or 5 attempts. But now we've got this as a starter card, so we're going to choose that. Wait for the yen to come in so that we can place our farm. Once you place your farm down, you're going to want to place Subaru, place Gilgamesh, place both your blasts, place your Sukunas. Max placement, by the way. If you get max placement, 100% every single time, just choose that. And now, because we have max placement, we can actually place 3 Jinmoris, and they all have clones, and they all have Arcanum Sage wands. So right now we have 24 multi-hit from all of those, plus 1 multiple hit. So now we have 3 from every single Jinmori clone. I'm sure you could do the maths. I'm not going to do that right now, but basically it's going to be a lot. And now basically every single time the cards show up, you're going to either choose the +1 placement, the +5 multi-hit, per the +5 multi-hit, but it reduces your range, and that's about it. If you don't get any of those, then just choose whatever you want. Because you have Blast, all your units are going to be at 1 SPA anyways. Even if you choose the +10 multi-hit that gives you double SPA, Blast reduces you by 75%, so all of your units will still be 1 SPA, but that's essentially the strategy. Once we get to wave 15 though, also I forgot to mention, but definitely set your Gilgamesh to auto. But before we do that, quickly use Blast ability, because if you skip the last 5 waves, there's no boss on this stage, so it'll just end on wave 20. And obviously the highest health enemies are going to be in the last 5 waves, so that is optimal. And I'll see how fast our clear time is once this is done. One more wave. See, that was a 1:42 clear time, so it takes half the time, but obviously you are manual, and it is a bit of RNG. Like you could get +1 placement for every single card, and then have like 100 Jinmoris down. And obviously you're going to get a little bit of a faster time, but you can see around on average it'll be maybe 1:30 to 2 minutes long. So that is the manual guide, and if you found this helpful, subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see you in the next one. I didn't really mention it too much or really talk about it, but if you saw the mount start of the video, this is the one from the shop. Very cool. You can fly around with it, and you can like dive bomb, and it's pretty cool. Also, if you see the these heavenly drops here for Hu Tao, once you get 20 of the ghost things and 15 of these like flower things, plus 1,000,000 gold, you can get Hu Tao. She is no longer unobtainable, and she's buffed. So if you're a fan of Hu Tao, you can get her. I won't say she's the best unit of the game, but she's usable again because she got a new passive and she does % damage. So if you're a fan of Hu Tao, it's good for you. And also all the other Hoyoverse characters, I think they're called, they all got buffs as well. So Castoris, Kafka, Ellen Joe, and Miyabi, all of those units got buffed. So you can test those guys out. Alright, goodbye. For Miyabi, you can just see that she got this passive. I'll let you read that. Basically, she does some stack stuff, HP damage. Here's Ellen Joe. Same kind of thing. Here's Castoris. And then Hu Tao, who I would say is probably the best one. And here's Kafka. By the way, it is just 1 extra passive for each, so the previous passives all stayed the same for every single one of them. As you can see, all the exact same, and then they've just got the extra passive in the end. Same. And then Miyabi is the same. So, there you go. Alright, bye.